Hey guys, Ascendantgod here, doing a real talk today. Success 101, comfort zones and rejection. All right, there are tons of videos out there claiming they'll help you succeed, but then the speaker just rambles on about how they visualized their success beforehand, lived the life they wanted to live before they could even afford it, and how many times they failed before they finally succeeded. There was one video one time I watched where every day this guy who is now a multi-billionaire would go, I think it was a Porsche dealership every day, and he was fantasizing about buying one of the cars. Every day he'd go there, and he used his materialistic desire to buy a Porsche in order to motivate himself to make the changes he needed in his life in order to actually make the income that would let him afford a Porsche. Now, his personal story was fairly worthless to most people, though. Someone staring at something they really want every day doesn't magically make them able to buy it. That wasn't the part that enabled him to make the changes that he needed to in order to succeed. So he never gave you a practical way to actually apply his success in your own life. So today I wanted to talk about one of the very important steps to true success and abundance, which is breaking out of comfort zones. All right, and also dealing with rejection. Now, a lot of what holds people back in life is getting stuck in comfort zones. You get comfortable with the job you have, it's 40 hours a week, pay is modest, it's a secure income, but does it make you the income you truly want? Or do you get the freedom in life that you truly want? Breaking out of those 9 to 5 jobs and taking risks outside of most people's comfort zones is where true success is found. Breaking through those comfort zones is also what differentiates those who succeed in achieving their dreams and those who don't. If you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got. And if you want change, you're the one who has to be the change. Now, how do you make the change? Think of things that scare you. Boundaries of things you're afraid to do, whether it be because of rejection, fear of the unknown, or whatever other reasons holding you back. Like, for example, with me as a kid, I was always about facing my fears. I used to have a fear of heights. What did I do? I climbed some of the tallest trees in my yard. I sat up there until I got over it. I mean, in time, doing that day after day after day, my fear of heights gradually just faded away. And then I actually loved doing it. I loved climbing trees. That was one of my favorite things to do other than playing games and running around with friends. Now, as a teenager, I was painfully shy. When a close friend of mine mentioned taking theater for an easy A in high school, the thought of getting in front of a bunch of people on stage terrified me. So what did I do? I took the class. My teacher flat out told me near the end of that class that I went from being one of the shyest students he ever had to one of the most outgoing. Why? Because that was my intention behind it. I faced my fear and I forced my way through it. Now, I'm not saying to do anything outside of your comfort zone that risks your well-being or someone else's, all right? But put together a list of things you're afraid of doing and figure out a way to do them. Start with baby steps at first if you have to. Maybe you're afraid of public speaking, but you want to overcome that. Try out your local community theater or find a small dive bar that does karaoke and do that in front of maybe just a small group of people at first. Even if it's a little baby step, it's a step in the right direction. Now, a lot of what keeps people from succeeding and having abundance is getting stuck behind comfort zones. Pushing through comfort zones is exhilarating. It allows you to become the person you want to become by pushing through that fear, and it expands you as a person. The more you do it, the more opportunity it opens up to you. Now, prior to doing this video, I knew I had to do something, at this point in time myself to lead by example. So for me, these days, I'm very outgoing, so that's no longer a problem. Speech in front of 1,000 people, been there, done that, no problem. But asking a woman out in person rather than online absolutely terrifies me. So I didn't even know exactly why. So maybe it was a fear of rejection, fear of what they would say to other people. I don't exactly know. That part didn't matter. What mattered was that it was a huge barrier for me, and I challenged myself to move past it. So about a month ago, I asked out someone from work. What happened? Long story short, she isn't available. So at first, the situation did make me extremely uncomfortable, but I forced my way through it. And I forced my way to walking up to her, giving her my number, letting her know I'd like to get to know her better. And after a day or so, yes, that rejection was initially hard at first, even though it wasn't necessarily me. It was still frustrating that it didn't turn out the way that I wanted. It was disheartening. But after a day or two, it didn't matter anymore. I mean, even though it didn't turn out the way that I wanted, it was still a win. I still overcame something that I was deathly afraid to do, and I faced it. So with that said, write down a list of some of the things you're afraid to do. Figure out a way to face those fears. And trust me when I say once you do it, you'll find it exhilarating. All right. And if you have any questions, any feedback on how to maybe pursue some certain fears and face them, you know, let us know in the comments below. I'm sure me and any of my other viewers would be more than happy to do it. We can try to help you out and support you in doing it. And if you do it, also be sure to post in the comments how it worked out for you. But trust me, guys, when I say that facing your fears, getting out of comfort zones, it is a huge part of what determines success. I know it because since I started making more of an effort to break out of comfort zones within recent years, my life has started changing in a much, much better direction. But that was a big part of it, is me getting over comfort zones that I had and facing the unknown, facing things that I was afraid of, facing rejection, and getting out of those comfort zones where it's like, yes, this is secure, but it's not what I truly want. So I hope you guys can do the same. I hope you do make an effort to do this. And again, if you have to, start out with baby steps and move up from there. So I hope this was useful. Again, any questions, comments, and concerns, leave them in the comments below as well. Hope this was useful, guys. And so that's all that I got for now. And I hope this does help you out. And in the meantime, I will catch you in the next episode. So until then, take care and good luck. Hey guys, Anthony here, also known on this channel as Ascendantgod. And shout out from down below because we love everybody equally here. Well, thank you guys for checking out the channel here. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with the latest content as I provided on here. Also, be sure to check out the description sections of the videos regularly as well. That's where I provide you guys with all the resources that I'm able to find that I think would be useful for you. It's also where you can show your support, and it is much appreciated because regretfully, playing video games and making funny videos doesn't support the family. So any support you guys give is really appreciated. And other than that, I think that's about all that I got for now. So in the meantime, I'm gonna get back to this here. I think I almost got it figured out. So wish me luck, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. So until then,